Hello, my dear students. Welcome to your English class. In today's English class, we will be learning about tenses. First of all, let us know what is a tense. Tense is the form of a verb that shows when something happened, is happening, or is going to happen. In simple words, tense shows the time of action. There are basically three types of tenses in English grammar: past tense, present tense, and future tense. So in today's video, we will be learning about the definition of present, past, and future tenses and how we can frame the sentences in present, past, and future tense. Let us begin with simple present tense. Simple present tense is used when we are talking about things in general that happen all the time, usually, regularly, often, always, etc. It is also used to express permanent truths, scientific facts, and many proverbs. Let us have a look at few examples. The first example is water boils at 100 degrees centigrade. It is a scientific fact. I never tell a lie. This is a habit. Too many cooks spoil the broth. This is a proverb. So students, as I already told you that simple present tense is used in universal truth, scientific facts, the habits, and the proverbs. Students, now let us learn about the rule to frame the sentence in simple present tense. The first rule is with singular subjects like nouns and pronouns like Ram, child, he, it, we add s or es to the root form of the verb. The second rule for framing the sentence in simple present tense is with plural subjects such as nouns and pronouns like boys, children, I, you. We use the root form of the verb. Always remember that with singular subject we take singular verb and with plural subject we take plural verb. Look at the following examples for the better understanding. The first sentence is Ria knows all the answers. Here in this sentence, Ria is a singular subject. So we have taken singular verb with it, knows all the answers. The second sentence, they follow all the traffic rules. They is a plural subject. So with plural subject, we have taken the root form of the verb, that is follow. Let us move to simple past tense. Past tense always talks about the action that has happened before. Remember, present tense talks about the action that is going on and past tense talks about the action that has happened before. The rule for framing a past tense sentence is subject is followed by verb with ed. Here we take the second form of verb. In a simple past tense sentence, subject is followed by verb in its regular or irregular form of verb. The verb to which ed is added is known as regular verb, and the verb without the ed at the end is known as irregular verb. Let us look at some examples of regular verbs and irregular verbs. Play becomes played, cook becomes cooked, walk, walked, jump, jumped. So you can see on the screen that in the second form of verb, ed is added to the regular verbs. Examples of irregular verbs are see, saw, sit, sat, put, put, bring, brought. Now you can see that in irregular verbs, the second form of the verb does not end with ed. Now look at the following sentences on the screen. Obviously, they are wrong, but let us read it once. The first sentence, I sawed a flower. She jumped on the table. He wrote a letter. Suresh finished his homework. Being an English teacher, I often get chances to hear these kind of sentences from children. So now let us look what is the correct way to write these sentences. Now the first sentence is, I saw a letter. In the previous slide we saw that it was written, I sawed a flower. The word sawed, S-A-W-E-D, means to cut something. Saw is the past form or the second form of verb see, S-E-E. Second is, she jumped on the table. What was written earlier? She jumped on the table. Jump is a verb in the present form, but we are talking about the past tense, the action which has already taken place. So jump being a regular verb, we add ed with it to make it in the second form. So the correct way to write the sentence is, she jumped on the table. Third is, he wrote a letter. The word write shows the action which is going on or which is being done right now. But the work has already been done by a person. So the past form for write is wrote. The correct way to write the sentence will be, he wrote a letter. And the next sentence, Suresh finished his homework. Now let us learn about simple future tense. Future tense means that the action is yet to take place. So, simple future tense is used to express the actions that will happen in the future. Will or shall is used with the root form of the verb. Shall is used only with I and we. Students, will or shall is used with the first person. Let us take an example of simple future tense. The tiger says, I am so sleepy and tired. The rabbit replies, I will get you some coffee. Children, you can see that the rabbit is not having a coffee cup in his hand. He will go and prepare the coffee and then will bring the coffee for the tiger. That means the action is yet to take place. So, with the subject I, will has been used over here. So that is why the rabbit says, I will get you some coffee. Children, let us now learn the rules required to frame a sentence in simple future tense. Subject is followed by will or shall with the verb in the base form. So the example for it is, I will go to Thailand. If the sentence is negative, then the rule will be followed in this way. Subject will be followed by will not or want with the verb in base form. For example, I will not go to Thailand. But what if a sentence is in interrogative form? If somebody is asking a question, then the will comes in first place, followed by the subject. So the sentence will be, will you go to Thailand? And a question mark at the end, because we are asking a question from someone. I hope the concept of simple present tense, simple past tense and simple future tense is clear to you. Thank you and have a nice day.